Alright, what's up everyone? We're standing outside of 220 Central Park South. This is the gorgeous limestone building by Vernado and Robert A.M. Stern. You could also see Central Park Tower just off to the south. But there's actually two buildings in connection with this mega project. You see the 950-foot tall skyscraper, but then you also have the villa apartments, which are directly in front of us. But today we're going to be walking from New York City's Billionaires Row all the way down 8th Avenue to 34th Street. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. I always like looking at the main valet there at 220 Central Park South. It's such a striking entrance. And I think if you compare some of the the neighboring buildings, yeah, Central Park Tower is quite nice, but it doesn't really have that wow factor for the residents when you just pull up. I feel as if 220 Central Park South feels a little bit more homey. Here's one of the main, well, really the main driveway, the entrance to the garages. So meticulously done, limestone throughout, everything is backlit, and obviously the security is top-notch. You have a similar feature at 15 Central Park West, which is just to the north of Columbus Circle. It's the building directly next to 1 Central Park West, which is the Trump International Hotel and Tower. Both of those buildings, 15 Central Park West and 220 Central Park South, really have that wow factor for the residences as they enter the building. In any event, this is now 58th Street and Broadway. We're going to be making a right and then crossing over towards 8th Avenue, and then we'll head southbound. This is one of my favorite areas in the city, particularly in the summer. You have Central Park right here. You have a lot of great restaurants. Also, the vibe of this neighborhood is great because you have a lot of high-end hotels. You have the Trump International Hotel and Tower just off to the north. You have the Park Hyatt, which is in 157. And then last but not least, in the northernmost tower of the Deutsche Bank Center, which is right here, you have the Mandarin Oriental Hotel. Now, the Mandarin Oriental also just recently developed the residences on 5th Avenue. So if you do enjoy all of the amenities at the Mandarin Oriental and you like the style, you do have an option to purchase in the residences on 5th Avenue. One of the things I noticed automatically from being here in Columbus Circle is they did take down all of the Christmas lights that are in the shops at Columbus Circle. Now, for those of you who don't know, the Deutsche Bank Center was originally called the AOL Time Warner Center, and this was built on the site of the old convention center. And once they built the Javits Center on Manhattan's west side, which is very close to the Hudson Yards, they didn't really have a use for that convention center right here at Columbus Circle, so it really fell into disrepair. It was abandoned for quite a long time, and then there was a bus stop that people used to go visit their relatives in prison in upstate New York, so it was kind of a very seedy and ratty area. It wasn't until Related stuck their neck out and bought the land, demolished the convention center, and built the AOL Time Warner Center, which is now the Deutsche Bank Centers. Now, I've told this story many times, but the most interesting thing about it is when they put out the renderings for the building, there was a lot of criticism in New York City. A lot of people were saying that nobody would want to live, nobody would want to work in a building that so closely resembled the World Trade Center with those two towers. They were wrong. and it was one of the most successful projects in the area. And it is home to some of the most luxurious hotels. This is Central Park Tower. This is the tallest building on New York City's Billionaires Row. This was developed by Extel, and it stands 1,550 feet tall. This is now 58th Street and 8th. This is the main subway station that I would always get off 59th Street, Columbus Circle. There's a lot of educational institutions around here, one of which being Fordham University, and the second one being the CUNY John Jay College of Criminal Justice. The CUNY system is the public education system in New York City. The acronym CUNY stands for City University in New York. This is now 57th Street and 8th.
And then I think we go down.
The street of 57th Street is considered Billionaires Row. And I always like standing here because if you look all the way over to the east side, you'll see Harry Macalow's 432 Park Avenue. It's very iconic in the New York City skyline. Now, the architect on that deal is a Uruguayan architect by the name of Rafael Vignoli. One of the most kind of eye-capturing things about that development are the 10-foot by 10-foot windows that adorn every single unit in the building. This is 300 West 57th Street, or the Hearst Tower. You also have a main entrance to the subway here at Columbus Circle. You can get the A, C, B, D, and 1 trains right from here, but look at the uniqueness of the exoskeleton on this building. The shot almost looks a little bit ominous, doesn't it? Kind of looks like something out of a Batman movie. But the Hearst Tower is one of my favorites in New York City, architecturally speaking. Again, we're now headed southbound on 8th Avenue. This is 56th Street, and we are on Manhattan's west side now. If you look across the street, you'll see this restaurant called Wingstop. Now, Wingstop is this really, really successful franchise that sells chicken wings, and they are publicly traded under the ticker symbol WING. There's also another fast casual brand just off to our left called Dave's Hot Chicken. This, I believe, was acquired by a private equity firm. I think the total deal size was about $2 billion. I could be mistaken, but this was a huge deal in 2025 for Dave's Hot Chicken. But again, across the street, if I zoom in here, you see the Wingstop. This has been increasingly successful. These locations have been popping up all over the city. One of the things you'll notice all up and down 8th Avenue are these old pre-war style buildings with the fire escapes. So you have the main retail tenant on the ground floor, and then you have all the apartments up above. And these are walk-ups, so imagine living all the way at the top floor, 5th floor, 6th floor walk-up. It's a pretty long hike. Now I've noticed a commonality between the success and the lack thereof of a lot of the fast casual businesses. So if we kind of do a post-analysis here, you know, Dave's Hot Chicken, major success. Wingstop, major success. And you could even add Raising Cane's to that list as a major success. And the one commonality that I see amongst all of those organizations is a very, very simplistic menu. Right? I mean, within reason, Wingstop really only sells chicken wings. Dave's Hot Chicken has a very simplistic menu, just selling chicken. And you guessed it, Raising Cane's only sells chicken tenders. So it's a very, very simple menu. It doesn't have a diverse menu, which really allows the organization to control that supply chain and drive costs down while gross margins expand. In any event, right on the corner here of 55th Street and 8th, I wanted to take you guys by this spot. This is the original soup kitchen, which is at 259 West 55th Street. If you've ever watched the sitcom Seinfeld, this is the location of the original Soup Nazi. This is one of my favorite episodes from Seinfeld. And this is the original location right here. It's so easy to miss. A lot of people just walk right past it on 8th Avenue. As we're walking down 8th, we're also going to get a really good opportunity to check on the construction progress, or the lack thereof, of the brand new Torch building. Now, the Torch we've been talking about for quite some time. I do want to start doing more frequent walking tours down 8th Avenue around that construction site, because it's one of the most, I would say, bizarre developments. It's going to have a drop ride attraction on the top. So there's actually going to be an amusement park ride on the top of the building. In addition to that, the construction, or the developer on the project, is one of my favorite developers in the city. The developer is Xtel, so Gary Burnett's Xtel will be on the Torch. There's also going to be a hotel component there as well. And it's right on New York City's Restaurant Row, which is quite convenient, particularly being that it's right near Times Square, right near Restaurant Row. I think it'll do well with tourists. This is now 54th Street. I've also noticed a lot of new delis opening up. 8th Avenue looks a lot different from 2013, 2014, when I was really frequenting this area more often. Oh my gosh, look at this. We have to pull off to the side. There's yet another location of Luckin Coffee. I mean, this is really impressive just how fast this brand has managed to expand in New York City. Luckin Coffee is a Chinese coffee company, and I had no idea that they had a location now on 8th Avenue. That's definitely a brand to watch as well. I mean, my God, there's so many locations. I mean, we were just filming a video down in Lower Manhattan on Fulton Street as we were exploring the Oculus at the World Trade Center. And there was another Luckin Coffee just opening. This is now 52nd Street. Everybody's probably in line waiting to see MJ the musical. So I'll show you guys this line real quick. I mean, look at all the folks lined up. At least it's not as cold as it was the last couple of days, right? And they are waiting to go into the Neil Simon Theater. The Neil Simon Theater is currently where MJ the Musical is playing. And I saw this last year. I was actually able to see it in 2025. It was a fantastic show. Unbelievable show. The cast was great. Super talented cast. I really had a good time there. So I would recommend it. I mean, if you're thinking about traveling to New York City, maybe you want to put MJ the Musical on your radar. Yeah, look at that. The line quite literally stretches all the way down the block. I really like the look of the Neil Simon Theater as well. Definitely never a dull moment. If we cross over here, we'll get to see the crowd a little bit better. Really packed for a Wednesday night show, too. I think it's so windy because it's warming up. Oh wow, look at how long the line goes. Well, that's good news. It means they're making money. And they deserve it because it is a good show. But for a Wednesday night? And there's the end of the line. Oh gosh. Yeah, it goes, I mean, this is literally around the block and around the other corner. To 51st Street. If we were to make a left on 51st Street, you could walk right over to Radio City Music Hall. This is really the northernmost side of Times Square if you were to go over to 7th Avenue. We're also about to pass the Worldwide Plaza, which is a really nice looking building. It's right in between 49th Street and 50th Street on 8th. I'll show it to you right now. You can see a lot of office workers leaving happy hours and such. Definitely always gets busy here, and they just recently put this Whole Foods in. This is new. This is also the main entrance to the C&E trains, which is convenient to get back to Penn Station. And here's the Worldwide Plaza building. I believe Nomura is in here. This is a Japanese bank. And we'll go ahead and cross the street over to the west side because I want to check in on the progress of the infamous Torch building. If you're looking for an affordable place to stay near Times Square, I would recommend this Kipton Theta Hotel. This was recently completely renovated during the pandemic. And the rooms are big, it's very clean, and it's new. A lot of the, I would say, famous hotels directly in Times Square, they're very dated. So even though the rooms are clean, it's just like everything is very, very old and worn. So I would say make sure you stick with the newer hotels in New York City, or the recently renovated ones, I should say. But again, it's right between 48th and 49th Street on 8th Avenue. It's the Kipton Beta Hotel. It's right by Engine 54, Ladder 4, Battalion 9. The FDNY. And I think we're about to pass this Mixue location.
Hello.
I think it is right here. Let me see, everyone. I think we passed it. It's on 49th. Well, let's cross and we'll see if there's a long line. If there's not a long line, I really want to show it to everybody. Looks like a big tour group of sorts. We'll take a quick detour. I just want to see if the line is long. Mixue is this new Chinese brand. I always like to do impromptu market research to see if the lines are still long. I think the line might be out the door. We'll see. Man, 8th Avenue is really rocking. I was expecting a little bit of a quieter walk tonight. It's good to see. Ah, that's why we missed it. You know, the scaffolding really does a disservice to a lot of the businesses. It's so hard to see when everything's covered in scaffolding, you know what I mean? It does look pretty packed. Let's see. This is the first location in New York City. look at how pretty much everything is sold out. That's a good sign. Maybe 50%. Okay, skip. Okay, I think it's supposed to send us a text. $251. But look at how cheap everything is here compared to the other brands. $1.19, $1.99. And most of their stuff is sold out.
Oh, son, 253.
251.
252.
I think it says I'm ready, so it should be up any minute. $251?
Yeah.
Thank you. All right, let's see. Wow. That's extremely good. So when we went in there, the vast majority of their most popular menu items were completely sold out, which is a good sign. And the lemonade is really good, which I think is going to do even better in the summer. But I was talking with a friend today. I was kind of hashing out the logistics of the operation. And I really can't pencil it to profitability. I just don't understand, because if you're selling $1.19 ice cream, and the minimum wage in New York City now is $17 an hour, I believe. I think as of January 1st, 2026, the minimum wage in New York City is $17, and there's a lot of employees in there. So if the highest priced menu item is $4, but the vast majority of people are maybe spending $3, $2, maybe people are ordering multiple things, then you got to pay the rent. I just don't know how it's profitable. The margins must be extremely, extremely slim. It is really good though. And there's actual lemons in here, so it's not like nonsense, I guess. It's very good. That first kiosk was all in Chinese. I gave it my best college try, but then I had to abort that mission. In any event, this is what I really wanted to show you guys. Right here on the corner of 46th Street. This is Xtel's new torch.
200?
So this building right here is going to have a drop ride attraction at the top. I can't even imagine how that's going to look. I'm trying to visualize it because the renderings are already up online. I still just can't picture how that's going to look in the skyline, but we'll continue to monitor the situation. This is New York City's Restaurant Row, 46th Street. There's a few good restaurants here, like Becco, not bad. So it is a good location. There's the main Restaurant Row sign. And here's the main construction site. There's also a hotel up here called the Row New York. And I believe the new mayor of New York City, Zohran Mamdani, signed an executive order today mandating that all of those migrant facilities or the hotels be fully renovated, I think. Something along those lines. I gotta read it, but I saw it on the Twitter feed today. Now headed down towards the Port Authority bus terminal. You'll also be able to see the New York Times building as well. But guys, for a Wednesday night, it does seem like things are pretty busy. It's just very windy. To our left is the Row New York. This was pretty much ground zero for the migrant crisis in New York. This and the Roosevelt Hotel. And we are now on 44th Street. This is by that tremendous Shake Shack.
Third.
Shake Shack is packed.
Shake Shack. pizza?
Okay, we've officially made it. This is 42nd Street and the Port Authority bus terminal. Seems more like a Friday night in terms of foot traffic than a Wednesday. And this is looking directly into Times Square. Oh, this is one of these Uber shuttles. I really want to try that. So you can go from Newark Airport, well, you can go from Midtown Manhattan to Newark. I think they have one to JFK as well. It's significantly cheaper, and it runs on a schedule. I was just talking about this yesterday.
That they need to have better.
On Friday, I'm flying out to Miami, Florida. Maybe I'll try the Uber shuttle, actually. Let's cross this way. I'm really loving the new billboards. Very high tech, very clear. What everybody's in line for. Right in between 40th and 41st Street is the New York Times building. I'll kind of pull off to the side so you can see it. It's an interesting structure. Here's the Beer Authority.
Sextortion, a very real and often deadly scam aimed at teenagers through social media. They're tricked into sharing compromising photos of themselves with someone that they believe in.
There used to be a really good dim sum place. I'm curious to see if it closed down or not. I think it looks open. Yeah, this Kung Fu Kitchen. This place has really good dim sum.
Oh, it's still good.
However, I haven't been in a really long time. This is now 39th Street. You're going to see a really interesting Art Deco building coming up. This is going to be the New Yorker Hotel. And part of the New Yorker Hotel has been converted into dormitories for college students. Still got a couple blocks now to go, but there's also so many of these cannabis shops pretty much everywhere you look. The guy was asking for weed, claiming that his product is quote-unquote top shelf, in which I can guarantee it is definitely not top shelf, nor for am I a weed smoker, but I can guarantee that it's not. Okay, 3 more blocks here. And then we'll check out the lobby of the New Yorker Hotel. I really like the lobby. They redid it. Very clean in there. Very open foyer. This is now 37th Street. Wonder what color the Empire State Building is lit up tonight. We'll see here in a moment. It's a nice Model Y. Okay, now we're on 36th Street, one more to go. The New Yorker Hotel is in between 34th and 35th Street on New York City's 8th Avenue, which is convenient if you're going to like a game or something and you need to stay overnight. Okay, here we are. Let's cross over towards the west side of the street. We'll also be able to see Madison Square Garden here in a moment. I think there might be a game going on tonight. I believe there is, because I see people inside MSG right now going up the spiral staircase. Let's see if I can get you guys in the lobby. Oh wow, I didn't know Lotte owns this now. This is the New Yorker by Lotte Hotels. I think now this is Korean owned, that means. But look at the moldings on the ceiling. And of course you have the entrance to the TikTok diner too. Wow. It is beautiful in here. Okay, and now we're back on 8th Avenue. In which case, we have reached our final destination. So if you guys enjoyed tonight's video, feel free to subscribe to the channel, leave a like on the video. And as always, we will see you in the next one, and thank you so much for watching. Take care.